What's up? This is Boxing Wave. I am very excited about this Miguel Cotto Sergio Martinez fight. Miguel Cotto has finally announced that he wants to fight Sergio Martinez. He wants to fight him in June of 2014. I think it's the Puerto Rican Day parade weekend, and he wants to fight at Madison Square Garden. The typical traditional thing that he does for his fights in June in New York. So I'm very excited for the fight, and I'm definitely going to try to see this fight live. But I'm going to try to break this fight down. Really close fight. Really think this is going to be a really competitive fight. There's a lot of unknowns in this fight because both of these guys are not in their prime, and one of them is coming off of a long layoff because of an injury. So it's kind of hard to predict this fight. You know, it really depends on which fighter shows up and how the styles are going to clash, because, you know, Miguel Cotto, you know, he's like trying to make a comeback here. He has a new trainer. We don't know how much of effect the new trainer is going to have. I mean, he did look good against Delvin Rodriguez, but at the same time, that was Delvin Rodriguez, not Sergio Martinez. Bigger, stronger, faster champion, middleweight champion here we're talking about. And, you know, Miguel Cotto is, you know, he had 2 recent losses, one to Floyd Mayweather, which he did look impressive in, but the fight against Austin Trout, he didn't really look that impressive in, to me. And even in the Delvin Rodriguez fight, as good as he looked in that fight, this is not the Miguel Cotto of old, even though but anyway, let me break this down. Miguel Cotto, you know, if you want a good way for the for the people that are unsure, like that's not sure where Miguel Cotto is today, like as far as the way he fight from new to old, a great comparison, a great way to go back and look and compare the difference in Miguel Cotto's fighting from today and from old. Go look at the fight between Alfonso Gomez and Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto is one of my favorite fighters. I've seen all of his fights, and you know, I remember that fight clearly, you know, and actually I watched it this morning before I made this video, because that was the one fight that I remember watching Cotto look so confident, you know, and I think he was at the top of his game. He was coming off of a win against Sugar Shane Mosley, and you know, he looked so confident and quick and powerful in that fight. You know, he had a jab, he still used his body shots. He was quick, you know, he was great on his feet. His defense was on point. Even though Alfonso Gomez wasn't great, I think he beat Alfonso Gomez like in 4 or 5 rounds. I don't remember. You know, I watched it. I watched some of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. But then go back and watch the Delvin Rodriguez fight, of the recent fight, and you see the differences in the way that he fights. I think when he moved up to 154, he became a lot slower. By losing to Margarito the first time, he lost a lot of confidence in himself. And even though I think he's still a great fighter, he's just not the same fighter that he was. Even with the recent fight, you know, and I think the speed, the loss of speed has made him a totally different fighter. And the reason why I'm bringing up that fight with Alfonso Gomez is because of his jab. Look at the way he uses his jab, and look at the way he counters with body shots in that fight. Alright, this is a Miguel Cotto that we're gonna have to see in order for him to be Sergio Martinez, in my opinion. I think he's gonna need to use his jab. He didn't use his jab in Delvin Rodriguez fight. He just got on the inside and destroyed Rodriguez with body shots. But against Sergio Martinez, I think he's gonna need his jab more, based on Sergio Martinez's style. Sergio Martinez is a type of fighter. He is a counter puncher. Not the busiest fighter, but he's really quick. You know, he's really quick and very slick. You know, we just saw Austin Trout beat, you know, Miguel Cotto last year, and Austin Trout has used this slickness. He's known as a slick boxer to, you know, as an advantage over Miguel Cotto. And we're going to see a lot of that with Sergio Martinez as well. And Sergio Martinez is also the bigger fighter, the naturally bigger fighter. He is a quicker fighter, much faster hand speed, and he's probably more powerful than Miguel Cotto, much smaller Miguel Cotto. All right, so Miguel Cotto, it seems like Sergio Martinez has all of the advantages, but I don't think he does. It depends on how Miguel Cotto fights him, because if you look at it, out of all the most recent Sergio Martinez opponents, I think Miguel Cotto might be the most talented out of all of them. I think, but you got to remember, these guys Sergio Martinez are fighting are much bigger, much stronger than Miguel Cotto is, and it seems like it's kind of like a mismatch. But at the same time, Sergio Martinez is not nearly as good as he was when he knocked out Paul Williams. So it's like I said, it's so many unknowns. I think Sergio Martinez will have to do what he does and use his speed advantage and countering Miguel Cotto, who's going to try to come inside and land some body shots to slow him down later in the fight. I think later in the fight, Miguel Cotto is definitely going to give Sergio Martinez some problems if he doesn't get tired out, if his stamina and his conditioning is good. I think he is able to slow Martinez down maybe in the middle rounds, maybe like the 7th, 8th round towards the end of the fight. I think that Miguel Cotto's body shots are definitely going to have an effect, but I don't know about early in the fight. I think early in the fight, Sergio Martinez's quickness might be a little bit too much for Miguel Cotto, who I hope uses his jab more in this fight. But even if he has the jab and he does use it more in this fight than he did in the Delvin Rodriguez fight, I don't know if he's going to have the speed to land, But I think he definitely needs it for this fight because of the way Sergio Martinez fights, where he feints with his head. He doesn't fight with his guard up. He keeps his hands down the entire fight. He keeps his arms down the entire fight. And he uses his foot speed for defense, as far as avoiding punches and using his head movement at the same time instead of using his guard. So this is a hard fight to predict, I'm obviously rooting for Miguel Cotto to win the fight. I just don't know which Miguel Cotto is going to show up. I mean, he is training with Freddie Roach now. I hope Freddie Roach tries to get him to use his jab more often. I don't know if he's going to be as slow as he's been as of late. I mean, if he's moving up even more in weight, he should be a lot slower, because, I mean, he went from 147 to 154 and he was a lot slower there. And I'm assuming he's going to be even more slow now. And if he is, he definitely has to get on the inside and do, work on the body. Sergio Martinez uses size, speed advantage over Miguel Cotto. Counter Miguel Cotto, use hooks and uppercuts when Miguel Cotto is on the inside with him, and he should have no problem beating Miguel Cotto. So I think the fight is going to go, I think Sergio Martinez is going to win by decision. I think Miguel Cotto is more capable of dropping Sergio Martinez though throughout the fight and winning rounds, because of maybe I definitely see Miguel Cotto knocking Sergio Martinez down maybe once or twice in a fight. Sergio Martinez is, he always gets knocked down during fights. Never get knocked out, but he gets knocked out often in his fights. And I see, I see it going to decision. I don't think there's going to be a stoppage or anything. If there is a stoppage, I think Sergio Martinez is going to stop him. But I think it's going to go to distance. I think it might be a really close fight. It might even be a split decision. But I think Sergio Martinez is going to win this fight, depending on how healthy he is. But Miguel Cotto wins, which I hope he does. I hope he wins the fight. It's very possible for Miguel Cotto to win this fight too. So, it's a lot of unknowns, but we're going to see on the fight night, what happens. All right, so leave comments. Let me know who you think is going to win the fight. Are you excited for the fight? Did you want to see the Canelo fight first? And subscribe to the channel. Oh, and make sure you look at USA MVP prediction. He put up a prediction video as well this morning or last night or something. He did it before I did mine, so definitely check out his page too. All right, bye.